Well, the question I have is, right now with Journey into Mystery, it's been fantastic, I have to say. I personally love it. And you are continuing on after Fear itself, correct?
Yes.
So where is the story going to, and as briefly as possible, like where do you think it's going? Well, I know you know. How do you think it's going to go? Where is it going to?
The basic situation is, Journey to Mystery is a book about deals and the Machiavellian aspect. It's okay. I'm going to solve this problem. Loki's doing it, whatever he's doing in Fear itself. That will pay off, or not. Okay. But he's made all these deals and he's got to live with them. I mean, the obvious one is he's promised to set Surtur free. Let's say he does set Surtur free. Let's say somebody finds out. Let's say someone uses that sort of thing to blackmail him. That's the kind of thing that every deal he makes and every problem he solves, he creates a further problem, or not. That's what I'm trying to say. And all the characters interact off each other, and stuff which appears to be done and solved may come back. And that's the kind of way it goes. It's a convoluted excitingness of it. It's what's the word? Freewheeling. There's elements of the fact that I know where it ends. I know I've basically got a sort of 30, 35 issue sort of plan for it. But so much of the details on the way just twists incredibly. It's I describe Jim as kind of having a raconteur structure, because you get a lot of characters telling stories. That's just like that anyway. But it's often it's like a shaggy dog story. Characters do walk your way, and you think you're being told one thing, you're actually being told another. I mean, I'm just excited to see when the next issue comes out, and also the next 2 issues after that. Those first 10 issues, people will sort of be able to reread them and see exactly what I was, or at least mostly what I was doing. And it's like, oh, and there's lots of bits I'm really, really happy with. So it's something I'm, really, really pleased to be able to do.
That's fantastic. What about any other projects that you're working on right now? Is there anything that you would like to promote, or?
Yeah, it's just kind of, I'm in the weird position that obviously I've just stopped doing Generation Hope, so I'm doing 2 books of Marvel, which are Uncanny X-Men and Jim. And there's not really any, and the fact that there's double ships in there means that that's kind of like doing 3 books. So I'm not, not presently about planning any further Marvel stuff, but there's kind of like, there is some indie stuff happening next year. I mean, I did 2 books for Avatar, which the artists are working on, and I think both of them will end up coming out next year. One hasn't been announced yet, but the other one was called The Heat, which is basically a science fiction, cop drama, action drama mainly, set on Mercury, hence The Heat. I'm not sure what I've done there. And there's actually a couple of other minis which should be coming out next year. Publishers, the lawyer stuff is going on, so I really can't talk about this yet. But one of them is an urban fantasy comic, and the other one is like a historical drama. And hopefully all that'll happen next year, so as well as my Marvel stuff. So it's going to be excitingly busy. So
next year's going to be a very big year for you.
Yeah. It's weird because it's the work that's been stockpiled as well. Because so it's going to appear that I'm having. Okay, let's not count our chickens, because the Avatar, the first Avatar book was finished written in the middle of last year. So, and it's like the artist is still drawing, and he's still he's on issue 3 now, I think. So it's that kind of I'm not even sure that'll definitely happen next year. But if it all does happen, yes, it's a big year.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you.